everybody, my name's Artendris, and welcome back to Black Book. Last time, we can't actually show it on the map here. We're out going to the church so that we could get a name for the changeling girl who's stuck in the old Isba up here, who we're trying to save. So we went on the journey, we stopped all the places, did combat bits so that we could get a name from the priest. In return, we're stopping like bad stopping like bad winds and rains or whatever from causing like crop failures basically. And so we went out to the fields and we went ahead and we were speaking with the demon like, "Hey, can you not do this?" And they were like, "But this is my job. This is what I'm born to do. If you let me do this, I'll be yours." And we're going for a more evil run. Not pure evil, but like, I kind of want to just collect a whole bunch of demons, honestly. So we took Andraco up on the offer, who responsible for the 1840 famine in the Orlov gubernia. He's looking forward to a new age. There's that. But we had just finished up returning home, and we have not done this little dialogue bit. So let's just jump into it. So the name of the girl will be Matriona. It was supposed to have been said, but it wasn't whenever I loaded up.
A fitting name.
Here we go.
You did the right thing sorting out that demon.
Thank you.
Won't spoil any good crops anymore.
Hmm? But like, the point of the deal we made is that he's definitely spoiling good crops anymore. Very technically, I suppose he's spoiling one more batch of good crops, and then he won't do any more without our say-so. I suppose is what we did.
All you need to find now is a cross and a belt.
Start with the spinner? What?
Well, let's start with the belt.
Very well then. To the spinner.
Oh, spinner.
Vasilisa and I are going to see the spinner.
Sure. I'm assuming spinner is being used to mean weaver here.
There's nothing for you to do there, Kolya. Understand?
Sure did.
Okay, so we're going to go see the witch to make us a belt then. That's where we're heading next.
One more thing. Don't say anything about the Banya or the bride. The spinner can't stand demons, though she looks like one herself.
Was that necessary? That's kind of a little rude.
Got it?
Got it. What? Can we ask about the spinner?
Who is the spinner?
A woman of sorts.
That's a description, I suppose.
Her name is Kapitalina Ivanna, but everyone calls her the spinner behind her back.
Rude.
She's quite knowledgeable. You don't want to mess with her.
Okay, stay on
That's
our good
why
side
I'm
then.
coming with you. Don't go running your mouth. Speak nothing of the book.
Okay, so she's a knower of sorts, but doesn't like demons and magic then?
Got it?
Okay. What
What
about the
should I say
belt?
to get the belt?
Good question, Vasilisa. Keep your ears open when you speak to her.
Okay.
Remember, do not mention demons. She does not like them.
So lie. Got it.
And you might as well disregard the fact that we needed the belt for a changeling girl.
Okay, lie. Got it.
Now, if you show you are of knowledge, that would be good indeed. If she
Okay.
doesn't like you, or should you let anything sleep, the cost will be more than we can handle.
Got it. Be extra careful when
Got it.
dealing... Yes, be extra careful when dealing with the spinner.
Understood, Grandpa. It's time we were on our way.
Yes, it's better go to her at night.
Okay.
I've arranged a cart for us.
Thank you.
Do you have any Kupala salve left?
What do we need to solve
If
for?
I only knew, we could fly. but feet will do. And another thing, there's this rich fellow, Petrov is his name. He asked me to check on
Optional
his
task.
field. Says demons are ruining his crops.
Is this the same field where we just got our new demon from?
It's not far from Pintek. It so happens.
Let's hope not. Anyways, main task, get a belt from the spinner. You've decided to obtain an enchanted belt from a witch called the Spinner. Old Igor has come along with you. The Spinner is a powerful witch to deal with, so you might need his help. Nikolay is locked out, but we can bring dead Igor, as he's labeled right there. Investigate Petrov's fields, we're going to be walking past our main goal. Ooh, we've got a song, we've got Belichkas and encyclopedias to pick up. But our demons, these two are finished up with their tasks. Your demon manages to spoil some of the rye with black mold. +5 cold, 3 sins. The demon flies like a fiery snake around the area. Essence think that it is a bad omen and prepare for the worst. Thank you, I'll take the reward. Now what can we do? Attract a married man to his wife's friend. That is strife. Okay, we have 2 for hunger and 1 for animals. Fire. Send rats. Huh? That sounds like animals to me. Strife. Weather. Plant a hernia. Plant a hernia is calamity. Fire. Get rid of the Sedko spirits. We'll send Ivashka to go send some rats. You're both good at hunger, but I don't have anything for hunger right now. Matvey, you can go do this, and I suppose you can go send some torrential rains? Sure, why not? I'm gonna pick up quite a few sins at this point. And, I guess the rubles are gonna slowly start coming in more and more. Level 3, almost level 4. What did we decide we're getting next? I think we said last time that we were gonna get the big bag, because we did buy some new items that we wanted to use. Like, we bought the whirl, so we take less damage. But I would also like to use, like, the Devil's Finger and get extra health, the Antique Mortar for extra healing. I kind of want to just... If I could immediately get all 3 of these, it would be really nice, but I can't. So we're going to have to wait on that. Oh, no one's actually waiting for us. We don't have any visitors.
Old houses and banyas are often home to demons. The masters leave, but don't always take their host spirits with them.
Mm-hmm. Let's hear more about you.
You've been telling me how you got your Khaldun power.
Right. Where were we? So, I became a shepherd boy.
Yep.
He taught me this and that at first at Prokopy.
I like the pewies.
That one time, the cattle had wandered all over the place, and my chief turned up drunk. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. He couldn't move a muscle.
A whole bottle of vodka, huh?
Well, what other choice did I have? I went to collect them by myself. Managed to get almost all of them as midnight drew near.
Almost all.
Had to pass Mikhail's crossroads on the way back. You know how that place is.
Yeah, we've been a few times, and it's always a place for demons.
So, there I am, with the cattle tagging along. The moment I stepped onto the crossroads,
Whoops.
everything turned upside down.
Ah.
Winds out of nowhere, and what you know, swarms of shorts.
Ascended upon by
Figured
demons.
I'd quickly draw a circle around me, and so I did. And
Okay.
these shorts were just swarming on the edge of the circle, all sorts, you name it. Well, I think that's it. Everything turned out all right, as you see. Next time I'll tell you how I got out of it.
That's quite the story. Yeah, I was just walking home with some cows, and then a whole bunch of demons started closing in on me, and I put myself in a circle. Stay tuned for the next episode of How Igor Became a Khaldun. Basically what just happened.
What
Abdarika.
sort of spirits are those Baniks?
Masters of the bathhouse, like Susetko in an isba.
Okay.
I don't think it was an ordinary place, the Banya, before the worship of God.
What do you mean, before God?
I mean, before Christianity made its way to Russia? Do you believe Christianity's always been in Russia? Like, what?
I mean, that our ancestors used to be worship the spirits of the hearth. Some
Yeah.
Perm people still call upon Yan or Voipil.
God Demiurge in Komi-Permian mythology. A god in Komi-Permian mythology. The name is translated as North Wind. Okay. Let's talk later. Nikolay.
Tell everyone about the chorts we've met.
I'm not sure I'm not sure everyone would believe
No,
us.
to warn the good people, right?
Everyone knows, but not everyone believes.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, you yourself did not believe in these demons until you came to us for our help. The
How
cross.
did you end up with a cross?
Oh yeah, we had talked to him about this, and he said there was a story behind it, but he didn't tell us the whole thing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, right. There's no such thing as a cross with no story behind it.
All right then, I'll tell you. We
Thank
were
you.
near a town. Levna, it's called. It was a real massacre there.
Did you encounter any chorts there?
I think those demons were probably men.
Worse, the cannon fire was so loud that all the chorts fled, if they were any.
Yeah. Like, that sounds like wartime. That sounds like human-made disaster rather than anything supernatural.
It seems they all fled here, to the north. So, there was this redoute ahead of us. Couldn't take it.
Redut?
I was about to ask.
Well, it's a kind of a fortress. No one could get any closer.
And what about you, being such a gallant lad?
I actually want to know.
Hey, no jokes. Listen,
You're so gallant. What did you do? Hey, I'm trying to tell a story here.
I think God helped me. I went from the side and then found some barrels full of gunpowder and lit them. They blew up, started a fire. There was a lot more ammunition there. A
Okay.
lot of our enemies burned that day. I can still hear their screams. I suppose I will to the end of my days.
So he was given a cross for doing what he could to protect his own men. But suppose not everything that's done in war is great or even close to good.
I nearly died there myself. Since then, when I see a fire, I remember that redoute and those screams.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's, I suppose, a form of PTSD then. Yeah.
I fished the cross from the river of blood, Vasil.
Oh.
Are you happy now? Do you understand about the fire now?
Oh. What are your future
What are you going to do with
plans?
your new bride?
Different subject. That got very heavy.
Well, we'll get a farm.
I think everyone has
We'll
farms.
get folks from the village to help.
Mhm.
Well now, I'll build an excellent isba. And children eventually. What a life it will be.
Be careful, though. Who knows? The Bannock might be back.
That's good. The mother-in-law is always welcome.
I like your spirit,
Seems
Nikolai.
like yours the fiercest of them all.
I'll talk to you
Let's go.
later.
We'll talk later.
You stay here, Igor. You stay here, Nikolai. Me and Igor will be on our way, I guess. Nikolai. Book merchant. This strange man sold Zagafurs to old Igor sometimes. We don't have much money, but might as well go see what they have.
You have goosebumps, a sign of a devilish presence. You look around. Your only companion is humming among the silence. Suddenly, a dark figure steps out from the shade. It is a scribe, a Zagavr dealer.
Hello there.
Be wise and go forth. No literal serve as your daily bread.
Your beard is very long. Reset skills for 50 gold. Ooh. Oh, you're a page dealer. Okay. That makes sense. No.
The wisdom that lies upon dark pages is not that of madness. You cannot paint me as a liar.
Oh, I wish I could sell you something. Honestly, I wish I had the money for this. Like, where is it? Knowledge, that's what I'm looking for. This right here is a borderline useless skill. We had one game of Darok last time that was important, and if we lost, it would have cost us our soul. But it seems like Darok's mostly gonna be a game of fun, and that skill point would have been better spent elsewhere. Confusing directives? Oh, interesting. There's a different route here. Ooh. You can either go better demons on jobs or worse demons on jobs. Interesting. Meaningless jobs for demons, and demons will give you more money. Interesting. I didn't actually take a proper look at some of those before. We'll take a look at those. I might be going down the demonology route, honestly. Like, those seem like... The demon side is pretty interesting. There's not much to it, you sort of just send them on jobs, but just having, like, an army of demons, kind of awesome. Anyways, the Abachkin Forest.
You catch a whiff of the disgustingly sweet smell of rot.
Yeah.
Cold fear enters your soul when you guess what might be the source of the
Yeah.
smell. A human body lies nestled in the grass. It is already unrecognizable from decay. You see an old wooden cross upon its breast.
We're gonna bury the poor
You
dad.
dig a small grave and push the dead man inside. You read a prayer and continue your journey.
Hey, -1 sin. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm not going for pure sin. I want to be a okay person, not a terrible person. The Salmon Marshes. People rarely venture into these marshes, since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling. Off we go! Oh, excuse me.
You see a small demon sitting on a hillock. In his hand, he is holding a snake by its tail, swinging it from side to side. A swishing sound of the snake's body and
Poor
its
snake.
angry hissing fill the swamp area.
I feel bad for this poor snake. I'm not gonna attack...
You
Oh,
watch
wait.
as the demon twirls the snake above his head. It seems
Ow,
as if
rude.
he'll never grow tired of it. Suddenly, the snake slips from its claws and flies right at you. It's clearly angry. Worse yet, the demon runs after its toy.
Well, that's kind of rude. This poor snake. I don't want to have to beat up this poor snake. Oh yeah, that's going for poisons on me. What do we have? 5 shield. I'm not taking any damage. Don't have to worry about that too much. Scorch the snake. Gonna go firmer than stone. George the Father, scorch it on the snake. That's probably fine. Can't do super well on this one. Scorch it. Firmer than stone. You'll take an extra 3. You'll go down to 10. I have poison though. Let's see. They're coming at me with 5. I'm taking 1 poison for each page. Ugh. Not amazing. Seven. You are dead. What do I do here? Once and forever. I'm gonna curse this one. Yurazi this one. I'm taking some damage here. This one's dead. I take no more damage than that, though. Could have been a lot worse. And our friend here dies right here. I just need to cast a single spell. Nava. I can't get the... Hold on, hold on. I can get that off first. That's going to heal me up. The well-versed counts on the, well-versed counts on the thing I wasn't expecting it to work on, actually. I was expecting to get the extra health, not the extra, pages or keys. Interesting. I only heal up one. Might as well pick up one of those. Ooh, new level. +5 health max. We're going for big bag. And instantly, I'm going to put in jewelry box, I think. The first Sagfer always has glass demons, so we're instantly doing 3 damage to everything on the first turn. Seems like it might be pretty useful. Ust-Yurolka village. Village near the Kama River.
Despite the late hour, sounds of celebration are coming.
Here's where
from
we're
the
getting
village.
another song.
It turns out that a festive dinner has dragged on and turned into a non-stop festival. You notice the worried host, who looks like he can't wait to say goodbye to his guests.
I'm kind of I kind of want to see how this goes. We're gonna offer our help. We're not gonna just scare the whole village, although that sounds amazing.
You offer to disperse the festival for the host. His distrust of you vanishes when, after a couple of your zagavers, furious winds send the suddenly worried guests scurrying home. The host rewards you with some of the dishes from a banquet table.
Once again, food becomes money. I'm so confused by that. Old idol. Is somewhere in the old woods stands an old pagan Permian idol. Interesting. Go see this. Gonna see everything but the
Bathing in
main quest.
moonlight,
Ooh.
a moss-covered idol is hidden among the tall trees. You walk closer and see a fresh towel wrapped around it. The forest around you is silent.
That's it. Just the encyclopedia page, I guess. Why not? Cherdin mythology. The Urals offer a peculiar blend of religions. The veiled paganism of Russian Christianity is overlaid by the paganism of native peoples, who are not always Christianized. For instance, some of the Mari and Udmurt peoples did not adopt Christianity, but kept their ancestors' traditions. The Komi people adopted the new religion, but mixed in their former beliefs. Even more complex was the confluence of Nikon's reforms with the traditions of the old believers. Words are hard. Who fled to the Ural and Siberia during the Raskol or Schism. It is simply impossible to discuss the religious situations in the Urals with the singular notion of double belief. Yeah. Ugh. 1 second, I might need to stop and get a drink real quick. 1 moment, please. Okay, that's a little better. My throat's still feeling a little coarse all of a sudden, but it's better than it was a moment ago. Anyways, let's continue on. Road to Pjotneg. People rarely venture into these marshes, since they're not really inhabited by anyone. Various spirits have made this area their dwelling. Let's go!
You meet a girl walking in the direction of Panteg. In her hands, she clutches a spindle that is emanating dark power. Old Yegor smirks, another of the spinner's victims.
Like, is this a Sleeping Beauty situation? Like, did someone prick their finger and they're gonna be put to sleep forever? Let's try and help.
You call out to the peasant girl and convince her to get rid of the cursed spindle. Surprised, the girl follows your advice.
Demons are the evil ones, but cursing innocent people that come to you for help, that's alright. Vilisov Woods. Grim Woods by the Spinner's House. Encyclopedia page.
You freeze with horror. A dead girl is dangling from a spruce tree's gnarled branch. You can't move. This strange fruit sways back and forth with a creak in the cold wind. She died recently.
Encyclopedia page. Vekshitsas? The word for witch, Vedma, takes its root from the word Vedat, to know, to have some degree of knowledge. A Vedma is traditionally a woman versed in knowing and performing magic. They were often called Vekshitsa, from Veksha, squirrel. It is a phonetic distortion of the word Veshita, Veshitsa, Vedajushaya, one who knows. I butchered all those, I'm pretty sure. Let's continue on. According to Cherdin mythological text, such a woman could turn into a squirrel, allowing her to enter her house through the chimney and steal an unborn child from an expectant mother. According to the same text, witches often gathered atop of a mountain to celebrate by roasting children over fire. The witches performed black magic, cast the evil eye upon people and livestock, stole milk from cows' udders, and shared knowledge of love spells and love potions. Love magic is akin to black magic. They could be the wives of Kolduns and draw magic from their husbands. In Cherdin Uyezd, they were believed to appear as regular women and were seldom depicted as the ugly hags that featured prominently in Europe. As knowers, they were able to communicate with Chorts. Interesting. I'm gonna try summoning the spirit and see what happens
As
to them.
soon as you draw a circle, two demons burst from the skin of the hanged girl. It seems that demons have reached the body before you.
Prepare to fight. I figured that might not end well, but sure, why not? Anyways, everyone's taken 3 damage instantly. They're attacking with 6. I'm blocking 2. They're attacking with 6. I'm blocking 5 rather. Ugh. Nava on you. Oh, hold on. What do we want here? George the Father. Sadly, it goes after Glass Demons. Nava on you. In Father's name. And then I'm gonna curse you. Oops. Nope, don't undo that. I still want that to happen. George the Father. So Nava does extra. I get Bless Ward. Eloquence Black goes down a little bit. I'm going to take no damage, and I'm in a good position to deal out quite a bit more next turn. And I get 3 shield automatically, which is nice. Plus some extra stuff. Okay, I'm already going to hit you for 5. Plus, that's well-versed. So 1 more black card, and that one's just dead anyways. Yarazi on you. Shouldn't take damage here. But just in case, Raba. You're dead. You take a lot. Yeah, and I'm in no trouble right now. Like, I just need... Really? I needed 1 card that did damage. That was it. I don't even need to heal. That's not even important. Okay, I did use cards to get shielding. Oh yeah, I get +5 anyways. Really making me waste a turn here, huh? Game. Nice close up of that claw that did nothing. Might as well just go all out and die. Here's 2. Gria keeps popping up. Parapolo. Sure, why not? Yonteg Village. Skipping over the main quest again. This is a large and rich village. The center of Pyeongtaeg Volost. There's an old church of the Epiphany, and it's notorious for being haunted. There's also a new one, that of Ilya the Prophet. Sure, why not? We're gonna get a song
You
here.
feel at ease as you walk down the welcoming street of this village. A calm silence surrounds you. You almost pass through the village, but the silence is broken by loud laughter and the sounds of an accordion.
Sure, let's hear him out.
Is that you? Come on, join us.
Edka the Harmonist. Okay, is this the same troop from before? These three look familiar. The dude with the flower in his hat is new.
Don't have the time.
Come on.
Your work is such a bore. 5 minutes here won't kill you.
Just one song, Vasilisa. Listen to the
I have a
song.
little bit of time.
You sit by a house and dissolve in a deep song.
Join the singers. Once again, I have no idea what's being sung. Oh, why did that close out the song? Don't You Shake, O Winds. We'll listen to a little bit of it, but not the whole thing again. Like a little solo to begin with, and everyone's voice joins in. Okay. They're not gonna listen to the whole thing again, I don't think. But it's more upbeat than All My Friends. All My Friends ended up sort of like that sort of slightly haunting beauty sort of song. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be, that's what it sort of felt like to me. But I kinda wish I knew what was being said, honestly. Anyways, Geltov settlements. Near Pyeongtaeg, there are several small villages scattered throughout the nearby forest and woods. Seems like a nice place to live. That off.
On the field, you hear the steady sound of digging. Coming closer, you see a peasant moving the border of a field. The man looks startled when he sees you approach. He stops and calls out to you.
Talk.
Is that you, Yegor?
Hello there, peasant.
It is I, with Vasilisa. God bless.
We come to help. I'm assuming you're the farmer we came to help.
God bless. What are you looking at?
What? The person we're talking to? That's what I'm looking at.
Mortgage. What of it?
Field
Why are you
edge.
moving the border ditch? You moved it quite far.
For good reason. The betrothed workers cause me nothing but grief. They deceived me, shot me in flour. Only they didn't steal in broad daylight.
Eh,
Have you
Disputes
spoken
between
of it
neighbors.
at the village meeting?
I have. Not much good it did me. The
Ah.
betrothed folks silenced me right away.
I'm sorry, friend.
I'll tell you what. If you curse the demons, I'll pay you.
Curse the Petrov men, trick the peasant, attack. Why does the game want me to murder a bunch of random peasants? Like, it wanted me to punch someone in the face last episode. Sure, give me money and I'll curse them.
Alright, consider them cursed.
You whisper a few spells into the wind. The evil eye will cast its gaze upon the man's enemies. But will it even do him any good?
Okay, they've been cursed. Give me
You won't
money.
be able to say a word at the next village meeting. You can be sure about that.
Thank you. Finally, some luck going my way. Here is some money.
Thank you ever so
Take the
much.
money and go on your way.
Was that? Okay, that was the Petrov's fields we were supposed to go to. I was like, was that the optional task? Okay. Finally, the Tashkov Ravine, and then we'll head off to the main quest. There's no shortage of waterfalls and ravines when you travel around Cherd and Uyezd. They say further to the west one can even see mountains that surround the region.
Near a small forest creek, you find a grassy meadow. Among other
herb.
vegetation, you see one beautiful flower. It's blood red and bright even in the moonlight. You come closer and tie its stem with a silver thread. With a swift pull, you now have a new, valuable herb, Adam's Head.
Yes, Adam's Head. This new herb we have totally not
You take
seen
the
before.
herb and get ready to go on your way.
I love how it said that, as if we've never grabbed Adam's Head before. We've never seen this herb before with our 11 of it. I mean, thank you, game. Healing items are nice. But, like, it's not like it's a new thing. You didn't have to go to the extremes, those extremes with it. Like, yeah, brand new thing you've never seen before. Totally. Anyways, the Spinner's Hut. There's a witch's hut just outside Pionteg village. The Spinner is a powerful and famous knower. Even in Vilgort, people have heard of her. Some of the girls went to her for love potions. Old Igor doesn't offer such services. Okay, then off we go. Let's go meet an evil witch, I guess. Igor's waiting for us up ahead, apparently. This place isn't menacing, especially with this music.
The closer you are to the house of the Spinner, the more ominous the woods get. The decaying trunks of pines and spruces tower over the path like silent guardians. Your blood runs cold every other moment. You feel that the border between worlds is very thin in this part of the forest.
I'm sure nothing bad's gonna happen in here. Oh, that's yarn. Okay. I guess if your name's the Spinner, having a whole bunch of
Bright
yarn.
strings of some kind on the path. Who has this much yarn to spare? There are bright strings of some kind on the path.
Honestly, my immediate thought is the Minotaur in the labyrinth. Who was in the labyrinth? Who used the golden string in the labyrinth? Was that Theseus? Is that who it was? I'm now completely blanking on who it was. Oh, this is gonna bother me now. The story of the labyrinth in Greek mythology. I think it was Theseus, right? I'm now double checking this. He used golden thread in order to make it through. Was it? Yeah. Slayer of the Minotaur. Theseus was the one who went through the labyrinth. Okay. Not important, but like, this is a golden thread. That's immediately what I thought of. Human skull, great. Just have those hanging around. I mean, there was literally a dead girl on the way in, so I suppose it's not too unexpected. Odolin herb. Damage absorption 1. Odolin herb. I was not the one who watered you, nor was I the one who gave birth to you. Mother Earth birthed you, and bare-headed girls and free-spirited women watered you. Interesting. Oops, I accidentally clicked out of the game apparently for a second. Wording
Many different
skulls.
skulls and charms. Even I can sense that these charms are strong. There are many different skulls and charms.
Trying to ward off demons, I presume. Ooh. Distant Forest and Adam's Head. That did not look like Adam's Head, but sure.
Quite a grim place. It's places like this that give witches a bad reputation. I can't
Yeah.
wait to leave this place.
Yeah, this is not a nice witch, I don't think. Based off of the
You
decor.
approach the skull hanging by the door. Suddenly, the bony head starts shaking. A burning coal that serves as an eye socket stops you in your tracks.
I don't wanna.
Oh, joy! And Noah, are we?
We're talking to a disembodied head.
Finally, some fun!
Yay.
My life isn't what it used to be. Who's that old-timer over there? I think I know him.
Will you let me pass to see the Spinner?
With pleasure, but I'm ordered to test Noah.
Okay.
If it were up to me, I wouldn't be hanging around here in the first place. Anyway, we'll
Yeah.
do it just like in the fairy tales. I'll give you 3 riddles.
Okay. 3 riddles to get through to speak to a
Solve any
witch.
one
Makes
of them,
sense.
and I'll let you through.
Okay, I only need to solve one of them. Okay.
Solve none, or refuse to answer, I'll take one of your eyes. I'm short one, you see.
Okay, let's not get any wrong.
I'd say that's the least of your problems.
Yeah.
Well, are you up to it?
I want to look around first. I want to speak to Igor.
I want to look around first.
Okay,
So,
Igor, the skull
how
wants
do
me
you
to
like this,
solve some
Isba,
riddles. How do you like this, Isba? I don't. I do not.
Ours is quite a bit cozier, isn't it? Go speak to that skull. He's a doorman of sorts here. That's the
Okay.
spinner for you. Always thinking up something crazy.
The
What
skull.
do you mean, speak to the skull?
I mean that it used to be a Khaldun.
Of course it was.
The regular folks aren't likely to chat with it. We, knowers, are used to this sort of thing.
We're used to demons. That
It's
is
something new the spinner thought up. Skulls such as these used to hang on the trees around here like effigies of sorts. This one is used as a kind of test.
And I love the little spit sounds whenever Igor
It
says
would
something.
be best if you passed the test. This woman knows me, you see, but she's not familiar with you.
Okay. The
What's
yarn.
with the yarn on the paths?
You see it, do you?
Mhm.
Ordinary folk don't. The yarn binds some poor Christians to the spinner.
Rude.
It's a strong and dark sorcery. You had better go and speak to the doorman.
Okay, and what about the
else should I know
spinner?
about the spinner?
Hush, child.
Vasilisa.
These skulls report every little detail to that witch. Keep your lips sealed.
Okay, be careful with what we say. But we have a new Belichka to go through real quick. Okay, witch. Every night there was a sound of wailing and hammering all around her Isba. Shorts themselves can't be seen by ordinary men, but I found a secret passage in some hymn book that said you needed to look through a wedding ring to see them. One time I was walking along and I saw the witch walking in front of me, flapping and swinging her hands around with a pester on her back. I looked through my ring and what did I see? Bugs and flies of all colors swarming out of the pester and stinging her. As we were walking by a herd, the witch grabbed a bunch of bugs from the air and threw them towards the herd. The chorts flew at the cows, stung them all over, and returned to the pester. They had had their fill. Okay. So we... Okay, so be careful with the
Ready to
witch.
solve some riddles?
Can I ask some questions first?
Wait, answer my questions first.
I have no answers for you. I only ask questions. Well, are you up to it?
Fine, I agree.
Have it your way. Ask your riddles.
What type of riddles are these going to be? Are they going to be like the Sphinx riddles, or are you coming up with your own for like the region we're in?
Listen to the first one, girl.
Okay.
There is a hamlet, folks packed together tight. Come morning, the cock sings, yet no man stands upright.
Okay.
There's a hamlet, folks packed in tight. Come morning the cock crows, yet no man stands upright.
Barracks? Like army barracks, I'm assuming. Everyone would have to get up. I'm not entirely sure what a pothouse is. I don't think we have any info on it. I mean, cemetery as an answer kind of just makes sense.
A cemetery. Proper dead men do not rise from the graves.
Yeah.
Correct. You solved the riddle.
I don't need the hint on that one. I don't even know what a pothouse is.
Only that man don't rise in the morning. Believe me, I know.
Of course you do.
You may pass, or you may try to guess another.
I want to hear these other riddles. Continue
Let's
riddling.
riddle some more.
Listen to the second riddle.
think we'll get experience if we get it right.
Lame chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
A term that refers to priests who frequently recites in the name of the Father and and the Son. Dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an
Lame
inch.
chicks sing along, dry wood they haul. Wound up in a ditch, can't move an inch.
It's a funeral. Yeah. Dry wood is a coffin.
The priests are singing for the dead. It's a funeral procession.
Yeah.
Correct, you guessed it.
Very on
I
theme,
remember
these
those
answers.
songs. You'll hear them too soon enough. You may pass, or you may
I want
try
to.
guess
Let's
another.
answer the third one. I
Let's
want to
riddle
answer them
some
all.
more.
Steal equine tale of twine.
Steel equine, tail of twine.
Steel equine, tail of twine.
Steam engine, needle and thread, samovar.
Well, that's easy. I'm here to see the spinner after all. It's a needle and a thread.
Yeah.
Correct, you guessed it. Look at you. You should know your riddles. That makes you a powerful witch. Well, you may pass. We can riddle some more. No eyes involved, just like that, for curiosity's sake.
We'll answer one more riddle for
Let's
him, and then
riddle
we'll
some
move
more.
on.
Listen to the fourth riddle. Walks with no legs, sleeves with
No
no arms,
arms,
mouths with no
s-
speech.
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no
Walks with no legs, sleeves with no arms, mouth with no speech.
Walks with no legs. Shadows have legs. Do clocks walk? Neither do rivers, really. Sleeves with no arms? What has a sleeve here? And clocks have hands, they don't have arms. Shadows have arms if the thing they're a shadow of has an arm. Mouth with no speech. Mouth of a river. I mean, I want answers for the... I'm going to use a hint here. I think it's a river. Based purely on the mouth part. Surely clock doesn't match. It has no sleeves. Yeah. A river.
The river has sleeves with no arms and a mouth.
Nice try, but a river talks, it murmurs.
Oh, well. Yeah, I don't...
Shadow is the answer.
I don't get that one.
I can riddle you another one.
All right then.
Oh,
I'm off to see
I
the
didn't mean to
spinner.
actually go on. It changed it up with me. I don't get that one, actually. That one was weird. Like, a shadow has legs. If the thing it's a shadow of has legs. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh, lovely. I don't want to be here. I want to leave.
Evening, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Evening to you too, Yegor Yevlakovich.
The
Hi.
voice of the spinner is quiet and smooth, like the rustling of pages in the black book.
Brought you my little orphan. Became a knower recently, this one.
Hey, before you continued on, brought you my little orphan. The spinner sounds like the kind of person who would take me if I was just a kid and I was an orphan. Like, please don't just say it like that.
You sure did. But what are you thinking, poking around in my business? You took my spindle. It was doing my bidding, you know. I let it slide on account of you not knowing and all.
God bless, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yeah.
I see you're a fine girl and a smart one. Yes, I heard your replies to the riddles. To be a knower is not all demonic affairs.
True. There's
So
other stuff to it.
why are you here? Not just to check up on an old woman, I should think.
Dead girl, the skull, the yarn, a belt. Dead
I
girl.
saw a dead girl in Villas of Woods.
That was Marfa, I would guess.
Why? Who was Marfa? Why is she dead up in a tree?
Didn't have money for a love potion. Was quite desperate, I gather.
Oh,
Well, it serves her right.
this
We met
skull.
your doorman. What of that skull?
Some lousy Khaldun. And Yeret Neek, God rest his soul.
An evil sorcerer cursed to return as a ghoul and haunt the living.
Hasn't
Interesting.
served his time yet, so he helps me around the house.
And you just took the skull and nothing else because you wanted to mess with him? And the
I
yarn?
wanted to ask you about this yarn you have here and around the house.
This witchery is not yet for you, Vasilisa. In
Okay.
time you'll learn, perhaps. It's not the same as sending fiends for milk, mind you.
And finally the belt.
I need a woven belt. A powerful one, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Yes, I know you came for a belt.
We have yet to speak of demons yet, and we're gonna avoid it.
Only why would I give one to you?
Old Igor warned me that I should watch my mouth around the spinner. How should I answer her?
Compliment the belts. Do not bring up the dead girl in the banya.
You're
Or the
known
changing in
all
the-
across the Uyezd for weaving the best belts, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
So I am. You aren't here without reason. I can indeed make good belts. You've become a knower, so I'll give you an enchanted belt.
Thank you.
So what are you going to do with your chorts?
How am I supposed to answer that? I really don't know what to do with them.
Torture the demons. Use them to grow in power. Torture the demons. Do not use demons to torture other people. That's what she hates. Torture the
Well,
demons.
make them suffer, of course. Give them some backbreaking work.
That's how you should treat them. Torment those filthy creatures.
Okay.
Only knowers can do some good. Well,
Her-
turns out you're a good knower, girl.
100% just saying exactly what she wants to hear.
I'll give you a belt as a gift.
Ooh, 200 experience. Thank you. We're over halfway to the
It's
next
a
level.
good one.
A belt woven by the witch called the Spinner. One of the items needed to rescue the girl from the banya. Thank you.
Later, I'll put you in touch with a pupil of mine. A
Interesting.
fine man. Maybe it'll work out for the two of you, hmm?
Oh, you're trying to set us up on a date.
Thank you for the belt, Kapitalina Ivanovna.
Well, thank you, Kapitalina. See you again sometime.
See you soon. Farewell.
Farewell, Spinner. Thank you for the pelts. Goodbye. I want to be out of here. That place was not great. But, looking at the time, once again, we're just gonna call things here, I think.
No simple witch.
We'll go through this bit of dialogue at the start of next time. So, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So, without further ado, take care, everybody.